A local grandmother scammed out of her life savings, the two-day nightmare that now has her facing an uncertain future.
A first look at dramatic body camera video of a man who died in the custody of MTS security downtown.
Congratulations.
And a family affair as San Diego's newest assembly member is sworn in.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
I just feel like I'm just at rock bottom.
A Point Loma grandmother is sharing her story after she was scammed out of her life savings during a two-day nightmare. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. New at 6, our ABC 10 News reporter Michael Chen reveals how the crooks convinced her to send all of her money into a Bitcoin black hole.
Barbara Reed got the call last Wednesday morning. The caller ID read the Federal Reserve, a man identifying himself as a Federal Reserve officer.
They really knew quite a bit about me.
Told a 71-year-old disabled retiree her identity had been stolen and used in a crime spree.
Laundering money and counterfeiting money to Colombia and drug trafficking.
Reed was transferred to a supposed sheriff's deputy who confirmed she was facing charges, under surveillance, and should stay on the phone with them.
They just scared me so much with that people were watching me, that my phone was tapped, that they were going to arrest me and throw me in jail.
But the man claiming to be with the Federal Reserve wanted to help her, wanted to protect her assets from the identity thief until the investigation wrapped up.
Scared me so much, I just thought, well, I guess they're really trying to protect me.
In the next 2 days, the retired nurse and widow went back and forth between her banks and Bitcoin ATMs, withdrawing $38,300, every penny of her life savings, and depositing it into a Bitcoin account she believed was a Federal Reserve holding account. She also charged $2,000 in gift cards, reading the codes to the men on the phone. When they abruptly hung up,
I just feel like I'm just at rock bottom.
she knew she'd been scammed. Reed, who lives on a fixed income, now facing an uncertain future.
I have no savings. I have nothing.
Reed now sharing her story to help others avoid the pain she's feeling.
I just don't feel I would get caught in something like that, and I definitely did.
Michael Chen, ABC 10 News.
She did file a police report, but we're told the Bitcoin deposits, which use something called blockchain technology, they are untraceable. A GoFundMe campaign has been set up to help Reed with her expenses. There is a link on our homepage at 10news.com.
MTS and Transit Security will pay a $5 million settlement in the death of Angel Hernandez back in 2019. ABC 10 News reporter Adam Rakusin has the new video released of the last moments of Hernandez's life, and we do want to warn you, the video is disturbing.
This is body camera video that Claudia Hernandez can't bring herself to watch.
No, and I don't plan on seeing it. I've heard clips of it. I saw the beginning of the video when they first stopped my son.
It shows the last moments of her son's life near the railroad tracks just north of the Santa Fe Depot in downtown San Diego.
My son's never gonna be here again.
On Monday, the Hernandez family allowed the video to be released. The video, recorded back in 2019, shows 24-year-old Angel Hernandez being stopped and questioned by an MTS officer. After a quick back and forth, Hernandez takes off running. The MTS officer and a transit system security professional follow.
Put your hands behind your back! Now!
They eventually catch up to Hernandez and handcuff him. They claim based on his movements in size, they need to put him on the ground. A few minutes into the recording, you see that happen. Hernandez is put in what they describe as a prone face-down position. He wouldn't get up again. Gene Iredale is the family's lawyer.
Angel Hernandez died as a result of positional asphyxia when he was held prone, face down, with pressure on his back, and regrettably, a knee on his neck.
The video shows both security personnel with their hands on Hernandez. You can see one of them has a knee pressing down on his back, another a knee on his neck.
Stop! Please!
Iredale says Hernandez suffered from schizophrenia. He says he was struggling with mental illness in that moment.
He was held down with the knee on his neck for over 6 minutes, and he died.
On Monday, MTS and Transit System Security announced they'd agreed to pay $5.5 million to the family of Angel Hernandez. They also announced a series of system-wide policy changes.
We have increased training to include more hours for de-escalation. anti-bias-based policy, cultural diversity, defense tactics.
According to the family's lawyer, both of the men in the video no longer have their jobs. Neither are sworn officers, and they weren't charged with a crime. In a statement, a spokesperson for the district attorney said in part, "Our office has determined that criminal liability could not be proven beyond a reasonable doubt." It's a different outcome than Claudia Hernandez hoped for.
I would have wanted them to prosecute them.
Adam Rakusin, ABC 10 News.
MTS also banned the use of carotid restraints, chokeholds, and knee pressure on the neck, throat, or head. In the interest of transparency, we have posted the full video on 10news.com.
Turning now to coronavirus in the county, it reported 152 new cases today, while our test positivity rate remained low at 2%. There were no new deaths reported today. That's typical for a Monday, so that number stands at just under 3,700. A former Chula Vista fire station is now the county's second antibody treatment center.
The city of Chula Vista recognized very early that we were such an impacted community, and we did not waste any time in implementing programs and services for our community that would help them get through this.
The center provides treatments for people with COVID using monoclonal antibodies, which are created in a laboratory. The proteins mimic the immune system's ability to fight the virus. There is a free therapy. This is a free therapy, that is, and is for people who are at high risk for serious complications. It's also offered in Escondido.
A medical journal is now publishing a local story we first told you about last month. A new report in The Lancet says COVID-19 is spread primarily by small aerosol particles. UCSD researchers Robert Schooley and Kim Prather showed coronavirus spreads so efficiently because it's passed along simply by people breathing. They likened the aerosols to secondhand smoke.
This is not a virus transmitted primarily by droplets at close range or by touching things. It's primarily transmitted when we breathe. If we breathe in air that someone who has the virus has breathed out, the virus gets into our lungs and the disease can start.
The researchers hope publishing their findings in a major peer-reviewed journal such as The Lancet will help convince public health officials to improve their advice. Stay on top of any new developments with coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store. And now we are just receiving some breaking news. Former Vice President Walter Mondale has died. Mondale served under Jimmy Carter and made a failed run for the presidency himself in 1984. He later served as President Clinton's ambassador to Japan. Walter Mondale was 93.
The trial of the former officer accused of murdering George Floyd is now in the hands of the jury. Today, both sides gave their closing arguments in the Derek Chauvin trial. The prosecution reminded jurors of that painful video, viral video, that sparked protests, while the defense argued Chauvin's actions were justified.
A reasonable police officer would understand this situation, that Mr. Floyd was able to overcome the efforts of 3 police officers while handcuffed.
Use your common sense. Believe your eyes. What you saw, you saw. For 9 minutes and 29 seconds, he begged, George Floyd begged until he could speak no more.
45 witnesses were called over 3 weeks of testimony. Of course, we will let you know as soon as there is a verdict.
It was a family affair today as San Diego's newest assemblywoman was sworn in Sacramento.
Upon which I am about to enter.
Upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
AKILAH Weber was sworn in by her mother, Shirley, whose seat she is taking in the 79th Assembly District. Shirley Weber is now California's Secretary of State. AKILAH Weber's spot on the La Mesa City Council must now be filled. Some city council members are urging Mayor Todd Gloria to turn down another utility franchise agreement with SDG&E. Once again, the company was the only one to submit a bid to deliver gas and electricity to the city of San Diego. SDG&E was the only bidder when former Mayor Kevin Faulconer was looking for a new franchise. On Friday, Gloria said he would not comment on the latest bid until he looked it over. Today, council members Joe LaCava and Monica Montgomery encouraged the mayor to say no to SDG&E.
It is our duty to San Diego families to explore alternatives to the traditional franchise and review options for public power.
It will take a yes vote from at least 6 of the City Council's 9 members to approve the franchise agreement.
One of San Diego's more popular beaches is getting some new sand. Starting tomorrow, the city of Solana Beach will begin replenishing the sand at Fletcher Cove Beach. Dump trucks will haul sand from the Solana 101 construction site to the beach weekdays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. The beach and the Fletcher Cove parking lot will be closed during those times, but will remain open on weekends. It is expected to last until May 28. And quite a discovery inside a woman's car near Camp Pendleton. The Border Patrol found 21 pounds of heroin and cocaine inside the Mercedes pulled over last Thursday on the 5. The drugs were in the trunk in 9 wrapped packages. They have a street value of more than $250,000. The 22-year-old woman who was driving was arrested, and the Border Patrol seized her car.
A pregnant 15-year-old was among a group of people rescued by the Border Patrol. The 4 Mexican nationals got lost near Tecate Mountain early this morning. They said smugglers told them to hike north next to the highway after they crossed the border, but they got lost in the dark mountainous terrain. The group also included 16 and 19-year-old boys and a 38-year-old man. The rise in unaccompanied children crossing the border may in part be because families are losing their belongings when they cross together. Our media partner KPBS talked to one woman who fled Honduras with her 6-year-old daughter. She claims when they got to the U.S., Customs and Border Protection threw away her clothes, shoelaces, and their money before deporting them to Mexico.
No tengo más, no nos botaron toda la ropa.
But children who cross alone are being allowed to stay in the U.S., so many families are taking the chance that the kids will find a better life, even if it means they never see them again.